What if I told you that the iPhone 12 is one of the best phones that you can buy in 2024? Now, the reason I say that the iPhone 12 is one of the best phones that you can get is because when you really think about it, besides the dynamic island notch, the iPhone 12 will give you the exact same experience as the iPhone 15. Over the past few years, I've been shedding light on how the base iPhone series has been lacking innovation. Ever since the iPhone 12 has come out, not much has changed between the iPhone 13, 14, and 15. And that's why I think that the iPhone 12 makes the most sense. It's cheaper, has the same display, identical battery, identical camera, and will give you the exact same experience since the iPhone 12 also supports iOS 17. And just like any base iPhone, the 12 is lacking in certain areas. And in this video, I will be sharing my experience with the iPhone 12 to help you guys decide if it's worth buying in 2024. Now, if you didn't know, just like you guys, I'm someone who has a passion for technology. And I know that there are many of you guys that would like to incorporate this passion into a full-time career. And if you're interested in starting a career in computer science, then I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Southern New Hampshire University. Now, SNHU has one of the largest accredited nonprofit online degree offerings in the country. And I want to talk to you about their computer science degree. In this program, you'll gain the skills that you need to enter one of the nation's fastest growing fields. You'll learn very popular languages such as Python, Java, and C++, further expand your toolbox with experience in full stack development, and can also integrate using JavaScript, NoSQL, and Amazon Web Services. You'll also learn agile software methodologies and develop a security mindset that will help you understand some of the biggest challenges in this current industry. SNHU also provides cloud-based virtual environments in some courses to give you access to the technology that you need for your degree. SNHU is also radically affordable. Their online tuition rates are some of the lowest in the nation, and you can also go to snhu.edu/Nasim, which is also linked in my description and comment section of today's video. And from there, you can see the current average annual salary for a developer and request free information about the program. And when you do request information, a real person will hop on the call and discuss how the program can ultimately benefit you. In the future, there will be two categories of jobs: people who tell computers what to do and people who are told by computers what to do. Which one will you be? Now, the battery on the iPhone 12 has been holding up very well. On a daily basis, I'm getting consistent numbers all across the board, and I never really felt the need to take any extra measures to preserve battery life. Social media took up most of my screen time, followed by me watching a ton of YouTube videos, playing medium-heavy games, and wrote a ton of scripts since I often use my 12 as a work phone. There were a few times where I did use power saving mode, but most of the time, I didn't really feel like it was necessary. And even though I rarely used it, I was certain that if I ever do, I would easily last till the end of the day. On most occasions, I would end my day with about 20% battery, so at 9 p.m., I would put my phone on the charger and get ready for the next day. 5 to 6 hours of screen time was normal. There were a few times where I would get 7, but it was rare. So if you're someone who uses your phone on the medium spectrum, it'll be reliable. Charging was average and still the same as the iPhone 15 in terms of speed. I use my 30-watt charger to charge it, and I use the Apple Lightning cable, and with this combo, it'll usually take an hour and a half to get to 100%. Now, in terms of design, the iPhone 12 fits right in with the newer iPhones since they practically look the same aside from the matte back and positioning of the camera. I really like the cleanliness of the iPhone 12. No matter how many blemishes, dirt, or grime got onto my phone, it was extremely easy to clean off thanks to the glass back with the matte sides. Now, in terms of frame, it has the exact same frame as the iPhone 15 with the rounded corners and boxy body. This is my personal favorite build, and I'm glad that those who want to buy the iPhone 12 will get to experience that quality build. Now, the black color is one of my favorites of this generation. Whether I was in a house or outside, the color stayed consistent, clean, and gave great depth thanks to the matte sides. Now, out of the iPhone 12, 13, 14, and 15, the iPhone 12 is the lightest out of all of them, weighing about 164 grams, and I would say that even though it's technically the lightest, I wouldn't say that it was much of a difference when holding each phone in my hand. Whenever I was on my phone scrolling through social media, on the phone texting, or playing games for a longer period of time, the weight was never a problem for me whatsoever. Now, given my honest opinion on the overall design of the iPhone 12, I feel like an added benefit of it is that you really won't be missing out on any additions of the iPhone 12 since they look damn near the exact same. It'll have that newer feel, and it holds up very well. It kind of reminds me of how much Apple is really behind when it comes to innovation. The fact that this phone is damn near 4 years old and not much has changed since then, pretty underwhelming when you look at it that way. Now, taking a look at the display, again, the iPhone 12 looks just like the iPhone 13, 14, and without the dynamic island notch, the 15 as well. the same colors, same whites, and the same overall experience. Now going deep into how similar this display is to the newer ones, the 12 also has a 60Hz refresh rate, which means that the scrolling won't feel as smooth, but it's not that bad since this phone is cheaper and the iPhone 15 surprisingly has 60Hz as well. Ceramic shield is what makes up the display. I've dropped my phone 2 times in the past 4 years, and the 2 times that I did drop it, it never cracked or scratched up on me, so I was satisfied. The poppy colors are holding up very well, the smoothness and transparency are top tier, and the Super Retina display has not disappointed or deteriorated. The brightness is definitely a step down from the newer iPhones. It's not the greatest when I max it out outside, but whenever I was in the house it was fine, and it basically has the same brightness as the iPhone 13, but it is cheaper. Face ID is holding up extremely well. I kind of feel like every iPhone has the same Face ID because they haven't gotten any faster or sharper. They kind of peaked and never made any changes since it already works so good. Now the last thing that I wanted to touch on when it comes to the display was just how good it looks when watching content, movies, and videos on social media. The resolution is as sharp as ever, and again, I can't emphasize enough how identical this screen is to the iPhone 15. It still holds up extremely well, and I think it's of better value since it is cheaper. Now moving on to camera, this is another piece of the iPhone 12 that still feels very up to date. Right here, you can see how nice pictures look, and I'm glad that this software is still very sharp. The software continues to push boundaries and make my photos look as realistic as possible. The selfies were still top tier. Different objects in different environments were able to shine. Zoom photos are top tier as well. There aren't that many modes to choose from, but you can always use digital zoom, which works just fine if you parked your car and need to see signs from far away. Selfies on the 12 are among the best in the smartphone market, even though this phone is older. I love how it looks realistic while adjusting little details, and I think that this phone has a better camera than most budget phones of 2024. Videos on the 12 are the best in its price range. The autofocus, the many different modes, impressive stabilization, and quality was very consistent, which made me want to shoot videos on it. You can shoot up to 4K, you can also shoot up to 60 frames per second, you can do slow-mo videos, and even editing videos was just as impressive. The stabilization was solid, pans were smooth along with brightness and contrast, and the smoothness was all top tier. And I want to give you guys some of my random footage that I was able to capture with my iPhone 12. And alright you guys, that's it for my review on the iPhone 12. I think that it's one of the best phones in terms of value. It never let up, and it has proven that it can compete with even the iPhone 15. Besides the dynamic island notch and USB-C, not much has changed. Same display, same battery life, same software, same build frame, and it really has given me damn near the exact same experience. And let me know down in the comments, do you think that the iPhone 12 is the best iPhone in terms of value? Let me know down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.